Back at it here, uSports Central Monday. Charles.
Crazy Monday.
NFL was fantastic. Thanksgiving Day had matchups galore. You and I had a bad Thanksgiving.
Man. I was going to call you, but I was
I
already
got
depressed
problems.
enough.
I'm a poor sport. I'm a Cowboy fan, so it ruined my Thanksgiving. You know, you try to be happy and positive during the holidays, but when your team loses on Thanksgiving, it's no good. So the Bears lose on Thanksgiving as well, and that's a problem, right? So 3 and out here. We're talking NFL recap.
It was bad.
Detroit looks pretty good against the Bears. The Bears come out blazing, right? You think they're going to be all right?
No, you thought they were going to be all right. I was sitting there.
Knew?
Maybe my negative vibe took over.
You knew.
But it was 14-0.
Yeah.
I have Wally Salata in my ear talking about how good the Bears look. Thanks, Wally. And then I leave, I come back, and it's 17-14. Then it's 28-14.
Yeah.
They end up losing, I think, 34-17. It was just a bad game for the Bears. The only thing that looked positive was the first 2 drives, and that was it.
The Cowboys-Eagles game was a disappointment. It's supposed to be a clash in the NFC East, and it was all Eagles. Mark Sanchez looked like Tom Brady against the Cowboys.
It's because you've been talking about him.
Yeah, I know. How can you not talk bad about Mark Sanchez? I'm just saying.
Well, he made you pay for it.
They could not stop that gentleman right there.
at all.
LaShawn McCoy was huge. Cowboy defense looked pedestrian. I'll be honest, the Cowboys offense looked pedestrian, something that was carrying the momentum for the season. So the Eagles do a great job. I'll tell you what, the Eagles look good.
Yeah. You know who didn't look good? The 49ers. That was the only saving grace,
wasn't it,
of my night, is that the Niners lost. I was like,
like
the Niners have to lose for me to even have a decent night. And the Seahawks look very impressive, 19-3 win.
Richard Sherman, Paul Lucero, our
camera guy's
operators,
excited, even though he doesn't even know
they won probably
the roster. But that's the team that he cheers for. But a great win for the Seahawks. What other impression?
What's funny to me is Richard Sherman. Have you heard, by the way, his comments to the NFL and saying, "Look,
great press conference."
Wasn't it good though?
I thought it was spot on.
He said, "I'm sure he's going to get fined," but he was fantastic. If you haven't seen the Richard Sherman press conference, just go look out on YouTube. You won't be disappointed, I promise. But I love what he said after the game. He said, "Look, these Niner fans are classless, trash." You know he's going to say that. He's like, and I'm sitting here on their midfield having a beautiful Thanksgiving. I thought it was great. So Richard Sherman spoils the party for the Niners. How about the Green Bay Packers and their win over the Patriots yesterday? They continue their winning streak. Ever since Aaron Rodgers spelled out "relax" to the media, things have been smooth. Now everyone can relax around Green Bay, right?
He grew the beard out. He's relaxing. He's making everyone else relax. Jordy
Green
Nelson
Bay the best
and Cobb.
now?
Well, right now, you have to say they're the best.
I would say
Everyone
so.
was on the Patriots bandwagon. Patriots go to Lambeau, albeit a road game. The Packers get the job done. Now they have 3 games that aren't that tough coming up, and they end with Detroit. So it's going to be an interesting finish in that NFC North.
Charles, I have a problem with you. Normally I have a problem with you just because I do, but now the Cowboys are going to take on the Bears on Thursday Night Football.
And a lot of trash talking going on this week.
Hey, look, your Bears, they're not going to make it. Just give us one, please. Come on.
No. I know we're not going to make it, but we need to spoil someone's party, okay? And we all know that December time is breakdown time for the Cowboys
party that's
Everyone's
spoiled?
Nervous. Have you listened to the radio?
Jeez.
Everyone on the radio already jumping off the bandwagon talking about
we
break down in
That's
December.
what we do. That's what the Cowboys do. You know that's true.
I'm hoping for it.
Okay, let's switch topics now because we really need to spend some time on this. Disaster land already in Lobo basketball. Yes, the Lobos lose to USC yesterday in the pit. Jordan Goodman was a no-go. Cole O'Neal obviously still has his ankle injury. This is a problem. The Lobos are now 3-3, Charles. Here's the problem, is our expectations are so high because of the last 6 years have been so fantastic. We're kind of spoiled as Lobo fans. Now, our NCAA tournament has never been good, right? We always kind of underachieve, but our regular season, we're kind of used to being the top. We're used to being top dogs, and now we're not. And we're going to go into Mountain West Conference as underdogs. Where do you see the Lobos? Is it Neal? Is it the recruiting? Is it the players? Is it the injuries? All of the above?
Well, yeah, everything. It's a combination of everything. When you have a young team and you're inserting guys into roles that they're not accustomed to yet. These guys are young guys. You got walk-ons. Tim Jacobs was a phenomenal high school player. Give him time. He'll develop. He's going to be a bright spot for us, but it takes time to develop these younger guys. A guy like Cullen Neal being out who, like him or not, he still averaged 23 points.
He's the only shooter on the team.
The only shooter on the team. It forces Greenwood to be in a role that he's not used to, shooting 11 to 15 shots. That's not his game. It's going to be a long learning process for the team.
Lobo fans expected Jordan Goodman to be huge. This JUCO transfer was, I mean, his name was out there. He was the top JUCO player in the nation. Everybody wanted him. He could have gone to a lot of places. He chose New Mexico, and we were excited about that. Well, obviously because of a lot of injuries and his training, and things aren't fitting in so far, and that kind of worries me as a Lobo fan. Is Coach Neal even had high praise for this Goodman cat. Concussion, didn't play right this last game, so when is he going to get into rotation good? Because to be honest, we've seen his talent. We need Jordan Goodman, especially in Mountain West play, if we're going to be relevant. This is going to be a tough year for Lobo fans, all right? If you're a true Lobo fan, you're going to be on board, because this is going to be a year that's going to take a while.
Okay, I don't think we should overreact right now.
Yes, we should.
This is why we're overreacting. And I love how the local papers kind of downplay the game. USC is a bad team.
So is Boston College. That loss is a
bad team.
bad
So
loss.
they're saying, oh well,
Texas A&M, that's a bad loss.
They said we only shot 32%. USC only shot 38%. Reinhardt, their leading scorer, he was terrible, by the way. He was 0 for 8.
Who's going to score for New Mexico? Who's going to shoot? Who can shoot from the outside?
I think Deshaun Delaney's more of a he's a scorer. You got to put him in scoring positions. I don't think he's a shooter sitting out on the wing.
But you're going to need a guy in the wing that hangs around and shoots threes. Colin Neal's that only guy.
Yeah, and
Hugh Greenwood's not going to do it.
3 to 4 weeks. Well, Greenwood needs more of a setup, which now people see why Neal transitioned to the 1 to kind of slide Hugh out there to be out there as a spot-up shooter. He's better off the catch and shoot. Our big guys, they need to develop. They can't catch the ball in the lane. They don't finish the little bunnies.
Jet looks like he has the potential to do something.
I think he had 10 and 11, his best game as a Lobo so far. But we need more inside presence. Devon Williams looked really good down there, scrapping for rebounds. He led us with 15 points. But this team is going to have to just must scrap for wins. It's not like last year, dump it to Barstow. Kirk out there knocking down 15-footers. Kendall, when you need a big-time basket, getting it. We got spoiled.
Charles, I disagree with that. I think it's time to not panic. It's just time to be realistic. This season is not going to be what Lobos are accustomed to. The only way we're getting the NCAA tournament bid, I'll tell you right now, is if we win the Mountain West Conference tournament and get the automatic bid. Did you see San Diego State play? And San Diego State.
Did you see Wyoming play?
Is super athletic.
Did you see Boise State play?
Wyoming is good. Wyoming is really good.
I know, and it's hard when it's in Laramie. That's dang near impossible.
So this is going to be a harder season for Lobo fans. You just got to get used to it. I think building pieces are there. We'll find out, Charles. Hey, listen, we're going to talk some more Lobos, but this time Chantel Riddle. Come on back.